yogis, and welcome to the class. A warm welcome from Mallorca, from Finca Serena, where I'm currently leading a yoga retreat. As you can see, it's a magical yoga chalet here, but I'm excited that I'm able to share a class with you today. So we'll be flowing through a nice full body vinyasa flow. Get a couple of blocks if you think that you might need them, or a few books if you don't have, and we'll start in a nice and comfortable seated position. So feel free to cross your legs here or extend your legs if you prefer. Relax your arms by your sides, close your eyes. And as always, we begin the practice just as we arrive into our body, noticing the breath, grounding down. So leaving all of the distractions away. All of that can surely wait for you. This is now the time for you, for your body, for your mind to unwind, to reset and recharge. So notice what kind of feelings or sensations arrive into your body. Try and soften across your face. Most of the time we hold so much tension around our jaw. So try and release into that space. And as you next breathe in, let's reach our arms up towards the sky. And exhale, bring your hands next to your heart. Take a deep breath in, allowing your chest to lift up. And exhale to release. Very well. Let's bring the right hand on our left ear. Your left arm stays extended on your left. And gently draw the right ear towards the right shoulder. And from here, maybe you also play around with the flexion of your left wrist. So flexion and extension. Let's take one more inhalation. Exhale. Slowly we come up. Change the sides. Right arm straight. And you flex and extend across your wrist. And of course, having that gentle stretch across the right side of your neck. Very good. One more breath. And we come back into seated. Well done. Let's bring our hands and our knees onto the floor. Tabletop position. From here, try to ground through your knees, through the tops of your feet and your hands. And from here, slowly begin to extend your left leg back. And maybe your right arm extends in front. Let's breathe in here. And as you exhale, crunch your knee to your elbow. Inhale to extend. Exhale to crunch. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Breathe out. Release your right hand to the floor. Left leg extends behind you, but this time drop your foot down and go ahead and pulse your body forward and back. So notice how your shin feels, the calf muscle, your hamstrings. So just easing into that place there. Very good. And then we lift the leg back up. This time, rotate your hip. Place your left leg right to the side on your left. And see if you can slowly guide your left foot outside of your left hand. Very well. From here, tuck the back toes, lift your knee. And as you inhale, drop your hips, look up, inhale. As you exhale, push the floor away and round. Inhale to open. Exhale to round. Last one in. and out. From here, Skandasana onto the left leg. So bend your left knee, sit as low as you like here, and reach your arms wide to your sides. Inhale. Exhale to rotate. 2 more. Exhale. Last breath. Exhale. Well done. Slowly from here, let's reach up and find our warrior 2 to the front of our mat. Breathe out, sink a little bit deeper. 2 breaths. Breathe out. Last inhale. Exhale. Breathe in, face forward, lift the back heel, high lunge. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more breath. And take your right foot forward and sink into your chair pose. Bend your knees, arms up. Exhale. 1 more inhalation. Release your hands to the floor. Step back, plank pose. A breath here. Bend your elbows, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Breathing in. Breathing out. 1 more inhale. Exhale. Let's release the knees to the floor. When you're ready, your right leg extends behind you. Engage through the belly, push the floor away. And now your left arm does the same. So we inhale here. Exhale, knee to the elbow, crunch. Inhale to extend. Exhale to crunch. Breathe in. Breathe out. 1 more. Exhale. Well done. Release your hand. Release the right foot behind you. And again, pulse forward and back. Easing in into your calf and your hamstring. Great. And one side might feel not as tight as the other, and that's okay. And when you're ready, then we lift the leg back up and rotate the hip all the way to the right. Activating through the outer right hip. And then slowly transition your right foot all the way outside of your right hand. Great, let's tuck the back toes, lift the knee, drop the hips as you look up, inhale. Push the floor away and round. Inhale, drop the hips, look up. Exhale to round. 1 more, inhale. Exhale to round. From here, Skandasana, side lunge into your right knee. And when you're ready, open your arms to the sides. Inhale. Exhale, feel the rotation. Breathe in. Breathe out. 1 more inhale. Exhale. Well done. Hands to the heart. Use the strength of the legs. Reach up. Find your warrior 2. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Breathe out. Last breath. Exhale. Lift the back heel, face forward, arms up. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more breath. And take your left foot forward, sink into your chair pose. Arms reach up. As an option, lift your heels off the floor. See how that feels. A bit of balancing. 2. Last breath. And release. Release your hands down. Let's lengthen halfway. Inhale. Back into your plank pose. Exhale. Take a breath in. Bend your elbows. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Breathe in deeply. Let it go. Slowly we release the knees to the floor. Sit on your heels. You can untuck your toes under. Left hand goes behind you. Take your right arm up. Inhale. And lean further back. Open up through the chest. Exhale. 2 more. Breathe out. Last breath. Exhale. Well done. Let's change the side. Right hand back. Left arm up. And lean further back. 2. Last breath. Exhale. Slowly release. Well done. Now arms go back. Interlock the fingers. Open the chest. You can sit here if that is enough, or bring your belly closer towards the thighs. Releasing the forehead towards the mat. 2. Last breath. Exhale. Well done. Slowly release. Reach up. From here, release your hands just by your sides. Tuck your toes under. Lift your knees off the ground. Interlock the fingers and sweep your arms up. Balance here. Breathe out. Try to find length. 1 more inhalation. And release your hands down. Option to crow pose. So spread your fingers wide. Lift your knees towards your armpits. Shift forward. Maybe you lift 1 foot, maybe both off the ground. 2 more breaths. Last inhale. And slowly release your feet down and make your way into your downward facing dog. Take a breath in and a breath out. When you're ready, let's take the right leg back and behind us, 3-legged dog. Now bend your knee, open up through your hip. See how that feels? Lift your knee as high as you like here. 1 more breath. And we shift forward and find our 1-legged plank. Now from this, shift onto your left side and bring your right foot into your left inner thigh. Take your right arm up. I know it is strong. Feel free to modify. Drop the foot down. Breathe out. 1 more inhale. And we slowly begin to dip our hips towards the mat. Release your right hand towards the floor so you can come down slowly. And now come into seated. So we have Shavasana. Right foot inside of your left inner thigh. Arms up. And we begin to fold. Breathe in. Breathe out. 2. Out. Last breath. And out. Inhale, come up, lift the right knee. And exhale, twist, rotate, bring your left elbow against the right knee. Inhale. Exhale. Now, if you like, of course, find your bind. Bring your left arm all the way from around the right knee. Hook your fingers if that is accessible. Breathe out. And 1 more inhale. Exhale. Slowly from here, facing the front of the mat, let's lift the foot off the ground. Hold onto your thigh. Maybe you're here, maybe you reach for your calf, maybe for your heel, and see if you can begin to extend your leg up. Breathe out. 2. Last inhale. Exhale. Let's bend the knee. Bring the foot back into that inner thigh. Place your left hand onto the floor right at the top. See if you can come back into your side plank variation, your Skandasana. And from here, in your own time, drop the right hand to the floor. Lift the back heel. Take a breath. And now see if you can lower, bend your elbows. Find your upward dog variation. You can drop the right knee towards the mat. And downward facing dog, eventually exhale. Take a breath here. A breath out. Now feet come together. Again, left leg goes back. Inhale. Bend your knee, open the hip, send your knee high. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more inhale. And now shift your weight forward into that one-legged plank. As we position onto the right side, the left foot travels into your right inner thigh. Left arm up. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. And see if you can slowly begin to dip your hips onto the floor. Well done. Come into seated. Drop your left knee down, arms up. We release Janu Shirshasana. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Last one. Exhale. Push the floor away. Slowly come back. Lift your left knee up, right arm up. Inhale. And hook your elbow against your knee. Find your twist. Breathe out. 2. Find your bind, of course. If you're practicing, if that is accessible. Great. And the last inhalation. Exhale. Slowly coming back through the center, holding onto your thigh or eventually your shin, maybe the heel. We begin to extend the leg up. We breathe. Good. Getting into that hamstring, but take your time and don't worry if the leg doesn't go up so high. A last breath. And we release, we let go. We bring the foot back into that right inner thigh, and let's see if we can come back into that variation of our plank pose, side plank. Ooh, left arm up. Feel free to wiggle the foot higher. Breathe in. Let's release the hand to the floor. Lift the back heel. One more breath. Bend your elbows, lower down. Upward facing dog. Drop the left knee to the floor. Downward facing dog. Eventually there. Exhale. Beautiful. Nice long inhalation. Exhale. Let's release the knees to the ground. Untuck the toes. Lift up. Hands to the heart. Now activate across the glutes. Begin to shift your hips forward and imagine that your collarbone is reaching up, pressing against your thumbs here. So try not to dump into your lower back. We want to create expansion across the upper body. Very good. Now stay here for another few breaths, or if you feel comfortable, release your hands towards those back heels. Slowly, see where they are, and then find your camel, Ustrasana. Good. Last inhale. Exhale. Slowly coming back into reset. Let's sink into our child's pose. Extend your arms right in front. Forehead to the mat. Find your breath. Again, just coming back into the here and now. What is happening in this exact moment? We breathe in and out. Very nice. From here, let's ripple the spine forward into your upward facing dog as you inhale. And back into your downward facing dog. Exhale. Take a breath in. And a breath out. Now, if you're familiar with your tripod heads down, you can come with me. Look forward, and we want to bring the crown of the head all the way onto the floor. And we begin bringing the feet even closer in. Maybe from here, you find that tilt and you lift the legs off the mat. Stay there. Good. And if you want to, split your legs, find your chaturanga. Upward facing dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Take a breath in. And a breath out. When you're ready, float or step into seated. Bring your legs right in front, the feet come in. Arms extend in front of you, and we slowly begin our descent down. So rounding through the spine here, be quite generous. Here the core is slowly taking us down, so much control. Very good. And we eventually rest the shoulders, rest the head down. Bring the soles of your feet on the floor. And reach your right ankle just above your left knee. Lift the left foot, and maybe you hold on to your left shin or your left thigh. And stay here for a couple of moments. Here, try and bring your awareness into the lower back as well. Feel all of those touch points between your back and the floor. We take another breath here. And breathe out. Slowly release your left foot down. And with the right foot, stamp the floor on your left side. Your arms can open, cactus them out. And slowly, with awareness, you want to send the right knee further away from you. So you get that sensation, that feeling around the right outer hip. Deep breath in. And exhale. When you're ready, with control, lift up. Let's change the sides. Right foot down, left ankle on top of your right knee. Send that right leg closer in. Relax across the face. Great, let's slowly bring the right foot down, stamp your left foot over to the right, and reach your arms wide open to the sides. See how that feels. And with awareness, your left knee travels further away from you, getting into that left hip there. Deep inhalation. Exhale. In your own time, slowly come up. Bring your knees towards the chest. Bring the forehead closer towards the knees. So now just coming into this tight little bowl. Try now to really point the toes, scrunch the face, activate every single muscle around your body. Get really tight here. Squeeze everything in, and as you next exhale, we want to let the legs go to the opposite corners of our mat. Release our arms by the sides. Take a nice long inhalation and breathe out. Shavasana. When you're ready, begin to deepen the breath. Wiggle the toes and your fingers. Stretch your arms in any way that feels good. Bend your knees eventually, hug them in. And in your own time, we slowly roll onto one side. And from there, with our eyes closed, we come up into a seated position. Come back to the breath, come back to your body. And feel whatever that is present, physically, emotionally. And truly thank yourself for this time, for putting yourself first, for making your health a priority. So thank you for joining me. Thank you for practicing. Namaste.